Originally, I planned to use pods for this trip, but when I saw how much we had, we would have needed 4, 5, 6 pods, and the cost of that was going to be outrageous. Plus the fact that it takes about 10 days for them to deliver it. So those negatives told me pods wasn't going to work, and I had hoped they would. So I decided, let's go with the 20-foot truck. But then once we started loading this garage, we got this garage to about 90 square feet. Now I know cubic feet for a truck, but just using up the floor space here in the garage was 90 square feet. A 20-foot truck has about 160 square feet. And again, it's cubes, so it all matters how high you can stack stuff. But once I hit 90 square feet, I started getting worried. The 20-foot truck wasn't going to make it. So I went ahead and got the 26-foot truck. And now I wonder if the 26-foot truck is going to make it. So what you're seeing behind me, I don't know if I can get a better picture of this, is about 90 square feet. But that doesn't include all the stuff that we have down in the basement in the Orlando pile, or any of the furniture, or any of the stuff we're still packing. So, if I turn, that bench is going to Florida. This stack is going to Florida. So there's quite a bit. If I turn this way behind me, you'll see, what are we looking at here? There's a refrigerator back there somewhere. And then there's all this stuff on the shelves here that's going. There's quite a bit. So that's why I went ahead and did the 26-foot truck. Here we are in Tub City. And like I said, most of the basement is all set to go. It's all packed up. Probably about, 98% is ready to go. But there's one disappointing fact. Because we are running out of time, we don't have time to purge anymore. It's just get it packed and let's go. So as a result, a lot of these have sort on them, which means that is something that has not been purged yet, and we're not going to have a chance to purge it. It's going to have to be purged in Florida. How big of a mess do we have? We have 35 of these totes that are marked sort. 35 totes are going to Florida because we ran out of time to purge them in New York. Well, we've got another van load for the donation center, so we're going to head on over. That's it for today's trip. Now it's back to the house to keep packing. Well, I had my car detailed at Delta Sonic before I sold it. My wife was really impressed with the work Delta Sonic did. So she said, hey, I want my van detailed before we take it to Florida, before we spend the next 3 days in this van with animals driving to Florida. She said, I want it detailed. We really don't have time for this because there's so much that has to be packed. But I'm on my way to Delta Sonic right now to go ahead and get it detailed. First thing we're going to do is the car wash. cost $120 for them to wash and detail the car, and that included the standard quick package and the vinyl package, whatever. And it took them just shy of 2 hours to do it, and honestly, they didn't do that great of a job. I mean, the car looks a lot better than it did, but they missed a lot. And he spent probably half an hour just scrubbing at the dog hair, trying to get dog hair out. So I guess I can't complain too much. That the dog hair was a huge issue, as it always is when you have a shedding dog like a Labrador. But anyways, I was not planning on this taking 2 hours, yet it did, and now I am even farther behind. I just dropped my son off for his last day at work, and before he went to work, we dragged the couches out of the house and put them out by the road. The couches are pretty beat up. We always talked about buying new ones, and I said, I'm not going to buy new couches until we get to Florida. So the couches are now out at the road, ready for the trash pickup. Here I am in the basement, and I'm really getting down to the odds and ends. Let me show you what I mean by that. And this is all, I'm just throwing this stuff in a box. I have power washer nozzles. That goes in the box. Batteries. I mean, this is stuff that, you know, you set aside and you think, hey, maybe I'll have enough batteries. I can make a battery box out of it. It never happens. Weed whacker, thread, string, whatever you call it. Some more batteries. 2 box cutters. A little bit of duct tape. 2 measuring tapes, little tiny measuring tapes, and razor blades. Okay, so just a whole bunch of odds and ends being tossed in a box. That's what I'm down to here in the basement. Like I've reported before, basement was 98% done, probably 99%, close to 100% done after I collect up all these odds and ends.